Hello, and welcome back to episode 11 of the Married with Media podcast. I am your host, Michelle.
And I am Ken. Happy to be here.
And we are back for another episode. How's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
I'm tired today. Tonight, rather. It is 7 o'clock on a Monday night as we're recording this.
Yeah,
so.
we couldn't get this done over the weekend. So we're filming it on Monday night. We're both tired, both been working all day.
Yeah.
But that's just life, you know.
That's life. We're not going to bore you with the poor pity me. Let's see here. What have we been up to this past week? We've had some content out on the channel.
We have, we actually went to go see a movie in the theaters.
We did. I feel like you always say that, but
I think that was like our fourth movie in the theaters this year. It was my fifth.
I know, but like when you say it, you make it sound like we don't go ever, but we actually kind of
go more than the average person for sure.
Yeah, so, but I feel like you keep saying that, and I feel like we can't say it anymore because I feel like we do kind of go.
Well, it's like a badge of honor to say you saw something in the theaters, But yeah, we saw Sinners in the theaters, and we have our review out for that. We had an out of theater reaction, then we have an official review.
Yep.
We watched Hard Eyes on streaming. We're gonna have a review for that sometime this week.
I was gonna say spoiler alert.
Well, you said what have we been doing this week?
No, I said we've had some content out. Is Sinners the only thing that we've done?
The only thing I can think of.
Okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I think it's because we have stuff coming. Is what I'm thinking.
So I'm trying to prep the audience for the things to come.
I know, but I just wasn't there yet. So yeah, check out our Sinners review if you're interested in that. We have, besides this episode, of course, we have 2 videos already, uploaded and ready to go. On Wednesday, you can expect a fun little thrifting vlog.
Yep.
And then, like Ken said, on Friday, you will see our Hard Eyes review.
Yeah.
So.
And Hard Eyes, actually, because I brought this up to you, it drops on Netflix, I think, on Thursday.
Gotcha.
So I think that's good timing.
Yeah.
On our part.
Yeah, completely unintentional. We we had a free credit on Prime Video, so we used it for that. And yeah,
and we also watched another movie on streaming over the weekend, and I'm not even going to mention it unless you want me to.
I mean, sure, why not?
I was just going to say we watched Monkey Man over the weekend. No, was it Monkey Man?
It's called The Monkey.
The Monkey, sorry. Well, there's a lot of monkey movies out.
Monkey Man is like that's
the one with Dev Patel.
Yeah,
I think it was directed by him. I still want to see that.
I know, but you're confusing the people now.
Oh, okay.
We saw The Monkey.
The Monkey, the new Osgood Perkins film. We watched
that. You're horrible at promotions.
It's okay. This is a podcast. Anything goes.
And now your phone's going off.
My phone's going off. But we watched The Monkey.
You better silence that.
I would if I knew how.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So yeah, we watched The Monkey. And if we
we're gonna review it, I think.
Well, if we have time, we're gonna review it. We should. I feel like I have some stuff to say about it. So
yeah. And then we watched another movie too that we can get into when we start doing the summer preview breakdown.
Okay.
Because it's the first one on the list. So we've already seen a summer movie, but that's what we're doing today.
Yeah.
That's the episode. We're going to be breaking down the summer movies. We got some streaming movies to talk about. We got theatrically released movies to talk about. All right.
Let me or we need your phone because you're using it.
I need the phone. You can't figure this phone out. This is beyond what you have. It's the iPhone 15 Pro. It has a mind of its own. It's like AI. It does what it wants. Like I can turn the volume all the way down, still dings.
I don't know. Ken's acting awfully suspicious over there. He doesn't want me to look at his phone.
No, it's somebody that hasn't reached out to me in a long time.
No, I know. I saw who it was. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, love me a good distraction. Now I don't know what I'm saying over here. yeah, so we're going to talk about movies that are coming out. It'll be fun to kind of talk about if we're looking forward to them or not, if you guys are looking forward to them or not. And then also, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to my Instagram, which is, our Instagram, but it's my account, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've thought about like renaming it to just like me, but then I don't know, that just feels wrong to not have like a Married with Media Instagram.
Yeah, you need one for the brand.
I know. But and like the thought of just starting one for my personal self just is too much. I can't.
I've never been allowed on the account, not one time. I don't have access to it. I've never been on it. Yeah. Literally never.
Well, we don't need you on it. You've got your own account. So anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to if you're not following us on Instagram, it's just Married with Media. And for May, I have been doing a 30-day movie challenge. And so every day there's a prompt and I share, whatever movie relates to the prompt. And so right now I'm on day 5. And so yeah, that's just been a fun little way for me to get some stuff out consistently. And then
you've been putting that on YouTube also, haven't you?
No.
You haven't been putting the challenge stuff on YouTube?
No, not the movie challenge, because it's like Instagram.
I think you should.
It's an Instagram thing.
Well, you can make a YouTube as well. Some people may want to make a video about it.
But and then I did just start doing back in the day we used to do do we used to do weekly at one point? Like a weekly roundup, or was it always every month?
It was weekly at one point.
Yeah,
then we started doing once a month, and we couldn't even keep up with that.
Yeah. So every week I've just been sharing like some new movies that are hitting theaters and streaming. And so, not everything, because there's a lot of stuff that like goes under the radar and stuff too. But I share like the big things or things that I think people would want to know about. So I started that a couple weeks ago. I'm doing it on every Friday. So anyway.
And that is on YouTube, right?
That I did post on, YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, you've been doing really good with the shorts. I can't keep up with the short content. I made my first short in probably 2 months yesterday.
Yeah.
I was ranking the Star Wars movies for May the Fourth be with you.
Well, that's why I said like it kind of like, because I have that, challenge and I have like a prompt every day, it just like helps me have an idea. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. A little shameless plug for Instagram. Follow me on there if you have not followed us yet. And then, all right, let's get into it.
You want to get in? You ready?
I'm ready.
Did you tell people to like this video?
Like,
share,
heart, comment, share.
Okay.
Whatever platform you're listening to, if it's on YouTube, if it's on Spotify, if it's on Apple Podcasts. We appreciate you. We're glad you're here.
So I'm going to be really unprofessional. I'm going to read this stuff off of my phone. I'm on the website called MovieWeb.
Okay. And
shout out to them because they have the best comprehensive list of the summer movies. Like every other site I was on, like they're always missing like 2 or 3 like big movies. It feels like.
Yeah.
And this site, I feel like had them all, but they're probably missing something too. I'm just not aware of it.
Yeah.
But we're going to start in May because summer movie season kicks off in May now.
May. I know. I can't believe it.
May to August is what we're going through. But the first one we have to talk about is a movie we watched on Friday night, and that is Another Simple Favor.
Another Simple
starring
Favor.
America's sweetheart, Blake Lively.
Yeah.
And Anna Kendrick is also in the movie. So yeah, that's on Amazon Prime right now. We watched it last Friday, like I said, directed by Paul Feig. Do you have any thoughts on this movie? We did see the original in theaters.
We did.
On my birthday.
I enjoyed that one more. For sure.
Oh, that one was way better.
This one, it was just, it probably had to do with all the Blake Lively drama. I feel like that definitely weighed it down for sure. But, because she's not being like painted in the best light right now. And unfortunately, I can't always turn off the, separating the art from the artist.
I will say though, like it works for her character in the movie.
Well, no, it does. Like that was the thing is the internet was like, Blake Lively had a lot of fun making this movie
It-
because she's playing herself. Like she's
It-
playing a mean girl, and she does it quite well.
At least she's not trying to play somebody that's like supposed to be likable
That's
or
true.
something. Because
Yeah.
then you would be like, oh, I'm not buying this. But like the fact that she's playing just a bitch,
Yeah.
like that kind of works
Yeah.
for the movie. I feel like.
Yeah,
Because you
it
already hate her, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know about hate, but
Well,
yeah,
everybody hates her. Most people do.
it was just, it's like they go like her character is like getting married, and so they go to some foreign destination. I forget where, but that was like a pretty big part of it, is that it was like in another place or whatever, very exotic and tropical. Maybe
I read somewhere it's like they're going Adam Sandler with this edition. They're
right,
just like going on vacation to
right.
do the same movie.
Yeah.
But no, the first movie I feel like was actually kind of smart.
Right.
It was actually like kind of a dark thriller with some comedic elements.
Yeah.
And this was just a full blown like goofy comedy, in my opinion.
Well, it just
with some dark stuff, but it was all played for laughs.
Yeah. It just got pretty out there towards the end.
Yeah.
Like with the twist or whatever. Like, of course, there has to be a twist, and so the twist was just like, okay, like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. So, we didn't have to pay for it. Obviously, I mean, we're paying for Prime Video or whatever, but I thought it was like a fine, watch at home, like I didn't hate it that much that I'm like, oh my God, why did I waste my night watching this? But
it was way too long, 2 hours.
It wasn't great. Yeah. So,
and everybody in it was just like extremely unlikable. I feel like,
yeah,
I don't think I liked anybody in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, even Anna Kendrick, I don't know. There's something about her that I don't love. She
just comes off as Poppy from Trolls.
No, actually, like I didn't.
She was good in that movie she directed last year.
Yeah. What was that called? Woman of the Hour?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, I don't know. She just actually didn't think about Poppy at all when we watched it. But yeah. So anyway, there you go. I feel like we talked about that way too long.
Probably so. Next up, we have the Alec Baldwin Western. That's notorious for, the horrible accident that happened on set. But yeah, Rust, coming out May the 2nd. And I think that's in theaters.
Really?
But it might also be on streaming. I mean, I didn't realize it was a Western. I probably should have known. But that actually makes me want to see it at some point. But I'll wait for a physical release.
See, to me, I didn't get like, it seems like it would be like a straight to, video kind of movie. But
from what I understand, it was kind of hard to get finished and to find distribution for it. So I don't know if the streamer wanted to touch it or not. So
yeah,
they finished it though, and it's supposed to have a limited run in theaters. I imagine you can pay for it on streaming. But the next one is The Surfer with Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
You heard about this one?
I did. If you watched my stories,
you talked about it. I don't know anything about this. Do you?
Yeah. Again, if you watched my stories, you would know.
Well, yeah.
I shared it in my reel. I even gave a plot of it.
So this is directed by the same person that did Vivarium, which I think had Imogen Poots and Jesse Eisenberg in it. I never watched that, but I remember I wanted to at one point.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Is this something you want to see?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like, he apparently goes back to hit like a childhood beach or something, kind of like visiting home or something like that. And he takes his son with him. And I guess, I don't know, it said something about like he's taunted by locals. So I don't know if that means that like they remembered when he was a kid and maybe he was kind of like a weirdo or something when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, look who it is. Or if they're just like mean for no reason. I don't really know. But it says that they taunt him and then something happens that just like pushes him over the edge. And, who knows? It probably gets weird. But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's one you can wait.
I'm honestly surprised that that's going to theaters. Yeah.
Netflix or something down the line.
It's always interesting to me, like what goes to theaters and what doesn't.
It's random. I mean, it's Lionsgate, so I mean that probably has to do with it.
Yeah.
So I'll expect a nice Lionsgate steelbook of that. maybe potentially they could do some cool artwork. I mean, that reminds me of like just looking at the image, it reminds me of like the Beach Bum. You remember watching that with Matthew McConaughey? Kind of gives me those vibes. Next up is the Thunderbolts. I mean, we're talking about a bunch of stuff in the past right now, May the 2nd, all stuff that came out this past weekend. But yeah, me and our son were supposed to go see it, and we haven't yet. But
we were supposed to. It just came out.
Well, I was going to take him on Saturday. That was my original plan.
Okay.
But maybe this weekend we'll go see it. I've heard it's pretty good, but I'm not really in sync with like the Marvel audience these days.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I'm hearing good things about it. I'm kind of confused about the whole like they just like revealed that
like,
the asterisk means the new Avengers. And
I have no idea.
I don't know what that means. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, are they saying that there will be no Avenger movies anymore? Like, these are the new?
No, there's already an Avenger movie coming. There's like 8,000 Marvel heroes in it or something.
I don't know. Like, you'll have to see. Like, they literally just did it. Because people are like, what does the little, you know how there's the little star thing after Thunderbolts? They were like, what does that mean? And then, like, at the premiere, they, like, ripped off the Thunderbolts thing. And it said the new Avengers underneath it. And I just don't know, like, what
I think the new Avengers is like a comic book series. So maybe that's what the sequel to Thunderbolts
well, I'm thinking if you're like a big Marvel fan, that like meant something pretty big.
Probably. I mean, for what I understand, this movie's just like the island of misfit toys for Marvel heroes.
Well, that's
like all the odds and ends from all these different movies together.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's giving me like the whole Deadpool Wolverine thing where they got those guys together.
Yeah.
That never were.
Yeah.
You know, like Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kind of like that. I mean, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy. That's like the template, you know, for the ragtag group of people coming together. I wanted to see it because Sebastian Stan, Kurt Russell's son, I like them, but I can't stand Florence Pugh. I just think she's insufferable to look at.
We know.
Yeah, everybody knows. But she's supposed to be leading the film, so that's my problem. That's where I struggle. Fight or Flights coming out on May the 9th. This is a movie with Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
You know anything about this one?
You'll
be talking about it this weekend.
What?
You'll be talking about it this weekend.
Oh, okay.
It's good.
Yeah, no, I don't really know anything about it.
He's an exiled American agent, and he's given one last chance to redeem himself. So,
all right,
could be pretty good. It's got Katie Sackhoff in it from The Mandalorian. Next up, we've got Friendship coming out on May the 9th.
Yeah, the movie looks...
And that has Paul Rudd and some other guy that I recognize from a bunch of memes on Instagram, but that's about it. I don't know what he's from.
Yeah, I forget what he says.
You sure about that?
Yeah, you sure about that?
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know him from.
I mean, I think that's all he is known for.
No, I think he's like a comedian or something. He's on some TV shows.
Well, that's all I know him for.
But this is an A24 movie, so...
Yeah, it's probably real goofy.
It's got Paul Rudd. I'm sure we'll watch it on streaming at some point. Maybe. All right, I'm going to skip this one, and we'll go to Final Destination Bloodlines on May the 16th.
Yep.
Starring Tony Todd in his last
I feel like they're saying that just because he's passed away. Like they would never be saying that.
I don't even know if they said that. I said that.
No, but like I keep seeing his name with it, and it's like,
oh, yeah.
I feel like they're just saying that because he's passed away.
Out of respect.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize anybody else in the movie, so he's probably one of the most notable in the cast.
Yeah. We will be seeing this because our anniversary is on May 17th, and so we're gonna go see it that day. Because we have a date planned.
So I'd never seen the trailers, or I didn't see the trailer until we saw Sinners, and I did not know that it was like a family bloodline thing. You know, like it was this accident happened in the past, and then you flash forward to the future.
Well, it's literally called Bloodlines. So,
well, Bloodlines is like a very generic. Back in the 90s and the 2000s, like there was like 18 horror films that were on their 4th or 5th installment called Bloodlines.
Yeah, but usually that means
something. Sometimes it didn't.
Oh. Usually that means like going back to its
Well,
roots.
I know, but it's like I see that and I'm just like, oh, it's just whatever title. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, they made it look like it's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Like one of the first beginnings of someone who has like the premonition, you know?
Well, what they were making it sound like in the trailer is this happened before the plane crash in the first one.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I said. It's like the beginning, like even before Devon Sawa.
Oh, so the whole movie's is the beginning.
I
And then you think
think
we're going to end the movie with the plane crash.
no, I'm just saying that like I think this is following a woman who is one of the first known people to have had a premonition. I don't think Devon Sawa's character was the first one to have had it, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
That it started with someone else.
Well, I mean,
Because
interesting. You got
in the
Tony Todd
preview,
then.
it like you could tell it was back in time, like it was like in a different time.
Yeah.
And then like the grandma gets old and she's like telling her family in the
Yeah, I just wonder when that takes place, like the current time, not the past. I know that would be before Devon Sawa, but like the current time, like is that still before?
I think that they are going to tie it in together because they include him in the preview. They include a clip from the first Final Destination of Devon Sawa on the plane. It's like in the preview.
Well, it's like, why wouldn't he be in the movie? He was just in the freaking
I'm not saying that he's in it, but I'm saying they include a clip from the first movie of him. And so I think that they're going to try to like tie them all together. Like maybe he's in the bloodline.
Yeah.
That's how he was having the premonition. I don't know. So yeah, I'm surprisingly looking forward to it. I think
I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to get you to watch 4 and 5 because I don't know if I've seen those. Like maybe I've seen one of them.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. I know I've seen the first 3. I know those 3 very well. But
I think it'll be a fun like theater watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Hurry Up Tomorrow is the next one. This is the one with Jenna Ortega and The Weeknd.
Oh, that looks terrible.
Didn't we see a preview was that in the theaters we saw that?
I think so, yeah.
What is that?
It just looks
it looked kind of good. I don't know. I was kind of interested in what it was.
It just looked so weird.
Kind of looked a little trippy.
Yeah, not a fan.
Oh, it's from the director of Waves. I loved Waves. That was a great A24 film. You never watched it.
No.
But that was just like a straight up drama.
Yeah. I don't know. They definitely were like keeping, I feel like, some mystery, you know? Yeah. They're trying to keep it vague, which is always good, I guess. But I don't know, just the vibes I got from it, I didn't love.
Yeah. He was in Uncut Gems too, right?
The Weeknd?
For a little bit, I think.
Was he?
I think he was.
I don't know. I don't get like the best vibes about him.
He's only got like one song.
That's not true.
One song that I know of.
He
did that Idol show on HBO.
Yeah.
Wasn't that with Lily Rose Depp?
What happened with that? There was like something very
bombed or something.
Yeah.
Or but like also, everybody hated it, or I don't know. There was some controversy. I can't remember.
I don't know. People were like saying that he's like demonic and stuff or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
like in his music, it's like very symbolic, and he's like
you just have to assume that everybody in Hollywood's demonic. They sold their soul to gain fame. That's Fear Street Prom Queen comes on Netflix on May the 23rd. I didn't know that was so soon. I'm excited for that.
I don't know if I'm excited. I saw a little trailer.
Kind of looks generic CW from the picture.
It does. It does. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm not getting the same like excitement as I did for the Fear Street trilogy that they did. I don't know. We'll see though. I mean, we're definitely going to check it out.
I mean, it's the class of '88, so it's going to have some '80s vibes. So,
which I think we're kind of over with.
Yeah, '80s nostalgia is a little played out. Fountain of Youth. This is a movie with John Krasinski and Natalie Portman, and it comes on May the 23rd on Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, I saw the trailer or preview poster for that. Looks pretty.
They're siblings, John Krasinski and Natalie Portman, and they are trying to find the fountain of youth to stay young forever. All right.
Reminds me of Tuck Everlasting. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
I loved that movie when I was younger.
I've heard you talk about it before.
Yeah.
Lilo and Stitch comes out on May the 23rd.
Dang. I mean, I feel like I've been like seeing the posters and stuff for it, but I still thought we were way off from that one.
Yeah, so we haven't talked about the box office very much and like what movies are gonna like it's gonna kill it. I think this is the first like big movie of the year, probably. Well, since Minecraft, of course. I feel like Lilo and Stitch is gonna definitely go north of 100 million
You think?
opening weekend.
Yeah, we were never big Lilo and Stitch fans,
was not.
so I have no
No.
desire to see
But
it.
there's so many people that got nostalgia for this.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I hear
true.
everybody talking about it and everybody's excited about it.
Yeah.
So I feel like this one's gonna. I don't know. I think it's got the potential to do like Inside Out numbers or something. I feel like it can make like 170. I don't know. It's just a feeling. It can be like $1 billion movie.
We'll see.
I don't know. Which would be good for Disney, I guess, following the bomb that was Snow White.
Yeah.
On May the 23rd. Oh, these are both coming out the same weekend. So, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It's coming out the same weekend as Lilo and Stitch.
Oh,
May
cool.
the 23rd. So that's some kind. I mean, two different, types of
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that movie is not going to do very good.
Well, I mean, Dead Reckoning did okay, but the budget was like north of 300 million because of COVID and all the other stuff. So I don't know if it turned much of a profit, if any profit. And I don't think it did as well as Fallout. I could be wrong there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like following the success of Top Gun Maverick, they were anticipating they were going to make more off of it, and they didn't. So yeah, I think this franchise is waning a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And Dead Reckoning was way too long. And this is probably 3 hours long too.
Don't even think about asking me to see that one.
I did like Dead Reckoning. I'll definitely see this. I am a Mission Impossible fan. I've seen them all. I think I've seen all but maybe one in the theaters, I feel like. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for it, but I don't think I'll see it in the theater. So
okay.
Let's see. We have Pee Wee as himself coming to HBO Max. This is a Pee Wee Herman documentary.
Oh, you'll want to watch that.
I might watch that.
You love Pee Wee.
I just might watch it. I still haven't seen Big Top Pee Wee no, I've seen Big Top Pee Wee. I haven't seen Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I've seen one of his movies, but it's his lesser movie. Bring Her Back is coming out May the 30th.
Yeah, that one looks creepy.
That's from the directors of Talk to Me, which also looked very good and creepy, and I thought that was very mediocre.
Same.
So I'm hoping that they I'm hoping that they bring me back, with this one.
Yeah.
But it's got a creepy bald kid. So it'll probably be pretty good. Karate Kid Legends comes out May the 30th. This will be one I'm taking our son to see.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we watched the first two Karate Kids together. He's familiar with the lore. I just don't know how much this movie's going to connect to the TV show because I haven't watched but like 5 episodes of the TV show.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, I don't have any desire for seeing that.
It's got Jackie Chan. It's got the original Karate Kid and a new Karate Kid. Oh my goodness.
Of course, they have to pass it down.
I can't even pronounce that title, so I'm going to move on. We're going to June. Ballerina coming out on June the 6th. A new John Wick movie, which you have not. Have you seen any John Wicks?
No.
I feel like you saw a little bit of the first one.
I don't think so, but
so I was not. I did not know that this was going to have Keanu Reeves in it until like very recently. And so apparently this is like pretty much a John Wick 5 with Ana de Armas leading the film.
I don't like her, so
which is kind of strange because she wasn't in any of the other ones. Unless she was in the 4th and I didn't know about it. But it just feels like they're kind of just bringing her in, shoehorning her into the franchise. But yeah, I mean, I understand.
Is he like in it, or is he just kind of in it? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that remains to be seen, but he was in the trailer. So I imagine that's going to be more than a cameo. So, I mean, I haven't watched the 4th one yet, so I can't watch the Ballerina until I see that.
Okay.
Dangerous Animals is coming out June the 6th. This is about a girl getting kidnapped by somebody that's obsessed with sharks. And he tries to carry out a ritualistic feeding to the sharks using her, and she has to try to escape. It sounded pretty interesting.
Why did you pick that one to talk about?
I don't know. It just
Okay. Let's talk about like the big summer.
I'm skipping some stuff.
I don't need to know every little thing.
There's an
coming out.
animated Predator thing coming out on Hulu on June the 6th. All right, I'm skipping. There's a lot of stuff that I don't care about. Elio.
If you start talking about freaking sharks and
well, look, I talked about big movies. Ballerina, that's a big movie. All right, Elio. Got any thoughts on Elio?
No.
It's a Pixar movie.
I know, but
we're gonna see it, right?
No.
All right. We'll watch it on Disney Plus. How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes.
The live action.
Yes.
June the 13th.
I do want to see that.
I don't know about this one. Why? I'm looking at the image and it kind of looks animated. The dragon looks the same,
probably,
as the animated version. It's like, why? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like you already have a really good animated movie called How to Train Your Dragon with the same looking dragon.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that, I just like dragons. So. And, the dad is played by Gerard Butler. And I think like he just looks like a Viking. Like
didn't he voice the dad?
Oh, he might have.
The animated one?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the dad in this.
Why didn't they bring back Jay, what's his name, Birchall, to be the boy?
I don't know.
He's not a boy.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the image and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. Skip. 28 years later, June the 20th.
I'm slightly interested, but I don't recall seeing any of them.
28 days later, I don't like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I've never liked it. And 28 weeks later, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So I'm kind of in the same
I don't know, the little
you.
creepy people that the like zombie that people were speculating could have been Cillian Murphy. Is that how you say his name? Cillian Murphy. Which they said they confirmed was not him. I don't know. It looks kind of creepy, so I'm like kind of interested, but again, I have like no knowledge of that franchise.
Yeah,
so.
I need to watch Weeks and then I'll be ready to see it.
Gotcha.
But I do want to see it, even though like I'm not. I've heard people say that if you don't like 28 Days Later, that 28 Weeks Later is much better.
Gotcha.
All right, but apparently it's supposed to be a franchise, and Danny Boyle is directing it. Who's the same guy that did the first one.
Gotcha.
There's a movie called Bride Hard coming out June the 20th. Some kind of romantic or some kind of comedy. You have any interest in that?
Are you?
It's got a bunch of well-known actresses. I think that's Kristen Wiig. Maybe it's a sequel to Bridesmaids.
Do you have?
Look, I've skipped a lot. F1.
You were supposed to like know stuff about the movie, though. You can't even tell me who's in it. It looks like they're well known.
I gave you a very detailed summary of what Dangerous Animals was about, and now all of a sudden I don't know what the movies are about.
Yeah, but then you get one where you say there's well-known actresses, but you can't tell me who.
I don't know her name.
Okay, but they don't list it?
Oh, Rebel Wilson, I think.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
she's done.
Name.
She's over.
That's her name.
She's not funny anymore.
Is she in it? Yeah, she's in it. Sorry. All right, we're done. F1 with Brad Pitt.
No.
This looked pretty good to me.
No.
This looked like a Ford v Ferrari, and I really like that movie, especially seeing it in the theater. So maybe I'll go by myself to see this one.
Not my cup of tea.
Maybe I will. Probably not, though. Here's a big one.
Please, I'm not in the mood for your silliness.
Megan 2.0 comes out June the 27th.
Yeah.
Oops, she did it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's going goofy.
You didn't watch the trailer, did you?
I quit watching it. I didn't want to see it.
Mm-hmm. Megan is a good guy now.
It's going goofy. I mean, we'll be there. We'll be there to see it. We saw the first one in theaters. It was fun. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Are we taking our daughter to see it?
I don't think we should.
You don't think so?
No,
she loved the first one.
She needs a good influence in her life.
Megan turns into a good. She's like
Megan
the hero.
Is not. She's still going to be killing some people. Okay.
Yeah, but it's PG-13. It's more sci-fi action. It looks like this time than horror. We'll see.
13. We'll see. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13.
I don't know what that movie is. I don't know what that movie is. There's a movie called Sorry Baby. I feel like I say that every day.
Yeah. I think I saw a poster for that, but I don't know much about it.
Big one on July the 2nd, which is our son's birthday.
It is.
Jurassic World Rebirth
Oh, fun.
comes out today.
I honestly don't care about that one, but we might.
It looks really terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
If the kids want to go see it, I'm down, but I don't know if I'm gonna like make it a point to go.
I mean, it's basically Black Widow versus dinosaurs with Mahershala Ali and some other guy I recognize but don't know his name.
It does look like they're trying to go more for like horror, you know?
I was down for it when I first heard about it, but watching the trailer, I was like, this just looks like all the other shit.
It does just look like, you know, the ones with Chris
just
Pratt.
More stupid dinosaurs that I don't know, like genetic hybrids. I don't care about that stuff. Give me the classic T-Rex, Raptor, Triceratops, just the originals.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want any more of this hybrid shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not really looking that forward to that one, but we'll see if.
Oh my God, what's that? It's a shark and a T-Rex with a gigantic tail. Anyway, The Old Guard 2 comes out on July 2nd on Netflix.
I don't even know what that is.
Charlize Theron. I watched The Old Guard. It came out 2020 during the pandemic. And it was not good.
So they made another one.
So I mean, some people liked it, but I didn't like it that much. I think it was based on a comic. Don't let's go to the dogs tonight. What the hell? That's a weird title. Superman.
Yeah.
Comes out July the 11th. I mean, they're hitting us in July. Jurassic World, Superman.
We just said we don't care about.
Oh, and another nitpick. Why are they still calling it Jurassic World? That's a freaking tainted franchise. Like people didn't like the last two. Go back to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Or do something else. I don't know.
Superman. Yeah, Superman. I'm looking forward to it.
It looks good. I'm not 100% sold on if the movie's going to be that good. I mean, it's directed by James Gunn. I like most of the stuff for the most part.
It has the dog in it. I'm down.
It's got the dog. It has potential.
Mm-hmm.
It does have potential. Next up is I Know What You Did Last Summer, July the 18th.
It looked pretty corny.
And they're doing the thing I hate where they bring a franchise back and they call it the same damn thing as the original.
Yeah.
I freaking hate that. Because then, like, when you talk about it, it's like, well, which one are you talking about?
Right.
Like 97 one? You talking about
you just say remake. You
know, Scream did it. And then they went to Scream 6.
Yeah.
Scream 7. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why did they do
Did you watch the trailer?
I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Mm-hmm.
No.
To me, it looked very just corny, generic.
I saw some still images and it looked like a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had old Jennifer Love Hewitt walk in.
It just looked like a CW show or something.
Yeah, I think it was a CW show at one point.
Yeah,
we'll be there day one.
We'll see if it gets any,
I
traction.
really want to see this. I don't know if I'll see it in the theaters, but Eddington is coming out July the 18th. This is the new Ari Aster film with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, it does not seem interesting to me at all.
Well, this is like looks like a Western. Isn't this supposed to be a Western? Is that what they sold it as? Some kind of like neo-noir Western thing.
Well, it's set in like 2020 and it's some kind of political thing.
Yeah, it's like a neo-Western, more like a modern Western.
Yeah, but it's like some kind of political campaign that happened, and I guess something scandalous happens. And
yeah, I didn't watch the trailer for this one either.
Yeah, it just doesn't, it was a very vague trailer, which again, I appreciate those, but it just like wasn't enough to be like, ooh, I want to see that. It just was kind of like it definitely was like, I'll watch that at home one day kind of thing. Like I can't see myself going to the theater to see
I'm sure it's like 4 hours long.
Probably. So then I'm definitely out.
Ari Aster is really interesting because he broke into the business doing what a lot of people would say is one of the greatest horror films of the 21st century with Hereditary.
Yeah.
But I don't think he doesn't want to be, like he said it before, he doesn't want to be a horror director.
And he did Beau is Afraid, right?
He did Beau is Afraid.
Which I also liked, minus the like weird dick scene, giant dick. That was so weird. And
he did Midsummer,
yeah.
you know, which is a horror film. But like
I feel like I need to watch that again. I know you don't like it because Florence Pugh is in it and she like cries and makes that stupid face a lot.
I've been wanting to watch it again too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's just some things about it that rubbed me the wrong way.
It was weird. And the whole like bear.
And it got worse for me the second time I watched it.
Yeah, I remember.
You know?
Yeah, because you saw it without me, and then we watched it together, and you were like, "I don't think I liked it as much."
I tried to trick myself into liking it the first time.
Yeah.
I was like, I think that was great. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, they just ripped off Hereditary, and it was all the same beats.
Well, Wicker Man, right?
And then the Wicker Man, which Wicker Man's all-time classic. But I think Ari Aster's interesting because like he's going in different directions, but he's still bringing like his style with him.
Yeah.
So I'll be there for like he reminds me like a Yorgos Lanthimos a little bit. Just with his like weird kind of quirky, unique style.
Yeah.
But
I just can't see going to the theater for it. But
no. I'll watch it on streaming. Fantastic Four: First Steps, which also has Pedro Pascal in it.
Jeez.
So yeah, you're excited to see this one, right?
I mean, originally I was.
Oh.
I'm not.
You turned.
I'm not quite sure that I'm like completely sold on that one yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like, you know, what's her name? Julia from Ozark.
Julia Garner.
Yeah, she plays Silver Surfer. And I just didn't think it looked that good.
Are they going to quickly realize that she's not it? And she's had like her moment of
I'm just like,
she's great in Ozark, but like
such
everything
an
else
odd choice. Like her as Silver Surfer, like what? Like she's really gonna have to wow me. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not particularly looking forward to it, but you know, maybe I'll change my mind.
I mean, Lawrence Fishburne was the Silver Surfer in the 2007 one.
Yeah.
So very different. But you know, Galactus is supposed to be in this as well, which is like the big space villain.
See, I don't know all that, but
you know, I like the Fantastic Four. I like the ones that came out in the 2000s. So it can't be any worse than the one that came out in 2015. I don't think you ever saw that, but it had Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan in it. And it was awful.
That sucks because I like both of them.
Oh, it had all great people in it.
Yeah.
But the movie just sucked ass. Okay. I got you. This is what we're going to be doing. We got a good weekend, July the 25th. You know what else comes out?
What?
Your boy is coming out with a new movie, Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix.
On Netflix. Can't go to the theater for that one.
Which we just watched Adam Sandler movie last night.
We did 50 First Dates.
Yeah. 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates.
That movie holds up pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one.
I feel like I hadn't seen 50 First Dates like that many times. And so I was like, yeah, turn that on. Let's watch that. Because we felt like we needed you know, a funny, uplifting movie. We've been watching a lot of like darker horror kind of stuff, and so we're like, let's put on something fun. And we always turn to good old Adam. You know, he always,
never fails you.
He always provides,
unless you watch That's My Boy or something like that. Then he might.
Yeah, there's still so many Adam Sandler movies that I need to revisit just to see like what I think of them now. But
we're gonna have to get into his entire Netflix catalog. He's got like 8 straight to Netflix movies.
Yeah.
Sandy Wexler.
Yeah.
You've never seen that?
I mean, you know, you're never going to turn on one of his movies though, unless it's like one of his like serious ones, I guess. You're never going to like turn on one of his comedies and like feel bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're going to just be like, oh my God, this man's great. He's
Hubie Halloween.
He's goofy.
Did they do a Hubie Halloween too?
No.
Were they going to?
I don't know, but I liked that movie. You didn't, but I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a fondness for Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Happy Gilmore 2. It's I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I've said this before too. I never like Happy Gilmore, even though that's like one of his like most known movies. I was never like the biggest fan of it or whatever. Like I didn't hate it, but I wasn't like, oh, Happy Gilmore. So yeah, I mean I'm gonna watch it because it's Adam Sandler, but I don't have like a, you know.
I don't know. It's usually I'm real precious about the originals and I'm against the sequels
Yeah.
so many years later. But the fact that Adam's kind of still been in the spotlight all these years, still been doing comedy. I don't know. This doesn't bother me. Like
Yeah.
even if I don't think it's that good, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
He's just somebody that gives people what they want, and I'm sure people want a Happy Gilmore too.
He's just fun. He's just like
Yeah.
Stefan.
Could be the sleeper hit of the summer. All right, let's go to August and talk about The Bad Guys 2.
Yeah.
Coming out August 1st. I haven't seen the first one.
You never saw it. I took the kids to see it one day when you were at work. And it's funny because I think that I was like really desperate to just get them out of the house. And so I wasn't really necessarily expecting for it to be that good, but we came out of it and actually enjoyed it quite a bit. It's like literally like a, like nobody had an original, I guess. Nobody had ever heard of that before. Which I don't know. I want to say maybe it is a book, like a kid series or something.
Well, maybe it became one after. I've seen them in Target.
Yeah, it could. Maybe it was after.
I think the movie kind of caught on, like in streaming and stuff like that. So
yeah,
a lot of people are speculating.
But it actually was. It was a pretty fun movie, and
a lot of people are speculating this could be one to do really well.
Really?
In the box office too.
Yeah, I mean our kids are older now, so I don't know if they're gonna want to go see that in theater, but we still haven't even got to sit down and watch Sonic 3, so
I wanted to yesterday, but everything just got in the way.
Yeah. So we still need to see. Well, our son's seen it. He went and saw it with his friends.
He saw Sonic 3?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we were going to go see it, and then we just kept putting it off. And then, he acted like he didn't really care to see it. But then, of course, when his friends are like, hey, you want to go see Sonic? He's like, can I go see Sonic? And I'm like, screw you.
That's how we talk to each other. Screw you, you little punk.
I'm like, yeah, I guess.
The Naked Gun comes out August the 1st, too. Good counter programming, The Bad Guys 2.
Are we done after August?
We're done after August.
Okay.
We're getting there, babe. We're getting there.
I'm getting tired here. Yeah, no, I've never seen the original, so I have no.
I don't know if this is one I'll go see in the theaters. I do want to see it. I think it looks good. But yeah, Together comes out.
I do want to see
that first. So
I do want to see
Dave
that.
Franco and Allison Brie.
Yeah. It looks like a trippy kind of horror. To me, it seems like it's about a couple who like starts to become each other.
What it's about,
like they are in
that may happen.
Yeah.
But what I heard it was about was they have to like constantly be touching each other or something. It's like they have this need to touch each other all the time.
Oh.
Not in like a sexual way, even just like I can't stand to not touch you like this all the time. Like that's what it's about.
Okay. Yeah, I
don't know where you go with that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of took it as like their bodies are going to start to like fuse together and they become one, but
find themselves years into the relationship. Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country, abandoning all that is familiar in their lives except each other. With tensions already flaring, a nightmarish encounter with a mysterious, unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh.
See,
so I don't know. It could turn into what
I think I'm right.
What you were saying, but
I
heard about it is that they have to like be touching each other or something. They just feel this need to be together all the time.
Well, maybe it starts as that.
It's like if you go in the other room, I like have to follow you or something.
Why aren't you like that?
Something like that. But this probably gets into like that's what you think. That's what you think you want me to do. But if I did that all the time,
oh hell no, yeah, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like I'm pretty good about striking a balance.
You are.
You know,
like
you want me in there, but you don't. I'm gonna stay away for a little bit.
I want some attention, but not too much attention.
Yeah.
Because then it starts to just get desperate.
And sometimes if I'm not sure, I just pop in another movie.
Yeah, right.
I'll come up when this
you
is
watch
over.
that many movies.
Or I film a video or something.
Yeah, it's more like it.
Freak Year Friday comes out on August the 8th with good old Jamie Lee and Lindsay Lohan. 20 years later. We watched the original not too long ago. It was like 3 years ago or something. fun.
maybe our daughter will want to go see that. I think it might be fun to take her to see it.
I mean, they got a kid, right? Who's playing the kid?
I don't know.
Because it's like a multi-generational thing in this one.
Yes.
Weapons comes out August the 8th, which also has Julia Garner in it.
Unfortunately,
Let's see if she can wow us in this one.
damn, I forgot that she was in this
But
because
this is
I
the
thought that
director-
it looked really good, and then now I'm like, ugh.
Well, she can act.
Because she was in Wolfman
I just thought she was
too.
terrible in Wolfman, and she was in something else. I feel like she just wasn't that good. But I mean, she's good in Ozark, so she has the potential to be good. But this is the director of Barbarian.
Yeah.
I love Barbarian. Still doesn't have a Blu-ray or 4K.
The
Very sore about
trailer for
that.
this movie is very creepy. Like,
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you saw like the one we saw in the theater.
it's got a good promotional campaign too.
Yeah. But the one that we saw in the theater is different than the one I originally saw. The first one I saw, it's like a little girl narrating it, and it's like way creepier.
Yeah.
She was like, on the night of da 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 da, we all went
Well, it's
and we
clear
never
it's some
came
kind
back.
of,
Like, I don't know. It was just
I don't know, Village of the Damned, Pied Piper kind of thing, where he's
Mhm.
leading these some force is leading these kids out to do some kind
Yeah.
of demonic shit. Or
yeah,
something.
we'll
I
see.
don't know.
But
That's
yeah,
what it
that
reminds
one
me
I'm very interested
Somebody's
in.
using these kids as weapons. That's what I think it's about.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Nobody 2 coming out on August the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I like the first one.
Enjoyed the first one.
We'll see the second one, I'm sure. And that might be it.
That it?
The Roses, Caught Stealing, The Toxic Avenger with Peter Dinklage comes out August 29th. I
You know
know
what's
you haven't seen
funny?
the original.
When I first started seeing that, I thought it was like a joke. I didn't know if that was a real movie coming out.
Well, it's 4 movies back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
They're very goofy. Very like gory and like over the top and violent and all that kind of stuff, but they're
Gotcha.
very like cartoonish as well.
Yeah. You probably want to see it.
On streaming.
No, okay.
I don't have any interest in, but this is a movie that's been in development for like 3 years, and it was supposed to come out 2 years ago, and it got delayed and delayed and delayed. Now it's coming out. So
Wow.
that's it. That concludes our summer movie preview.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and put you on the spot and ask you, of all the movies we talked about, what's the movie that's gonna do the best in the theaters?
Oh, the best.
The box office.
Mm.
What's gonna be the hit of the summer besides Lilo and Stitch? Because I already gave you that.
Yeah.
What's gonna be the other one? The hit of the summer, like this year's Barbie.
I mean, I think it's Superman.
Think it's gonna be Superman?
I think it's Superman. Yeah.
Well, that would be impressive. I don't think a Superman movie's ever done very well. I mean, Man of Steel, I think, did like 150 million or something opening weekend.
I think that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. Out of all of the ones that you named, though, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. What do you think besides Lilo and Stitch?
Other than like How to Train Your Dragon, like this, family films are what's bringing people in now.
Yeah.
So those always feel like the safe bets.
But I think that Superman does have a family feel, though, especially with the dog and stuff now.
Yeah.
So
I think F1 has the potential to like.
Okay, you're just making up shit.
No, I do, because it's gonna draw out that Top Gun Maverick crowd. You know, the dad crowd, the older generation crowd that likes racing and stuff like that. Because it's directed by the same guy that did Top Gun Maverick. And how do you explain that movie doing so well? Like, there has to be an audience for that kind of stuff. And I feel like...
Because it was literally a remake or a continuation.
I don't remember what Ford v Ferrari did, but I feel like it did pretty good too. So I feel like F1's not going to be the highest grossing movie of the summer.
When does it come out?
But I feel like it's one that'll come out and kind of shock.
Does it come out near Father's Day?
I think it was.
Because you know Father's Day is June.
I can't remember. I think it was late June, so maybe like the weekend after or something. Is it Father's Day weekend? I mean, that would be smart if it was.
Yeah, I'm wondering, but
I just feel like it has the potential to come out and do really well, like better than you would expect a movie called F1 to do.
Yeah, I'm not with you on that one.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to. Oh, Megan 2.0. That might surprise you. That might surprise you.
I feel like you're like questioning your
That might-
words as soon as you say them. That might.
I'm just trying to come up with something that's beyond like the safe bets, you know,
Yeah.
something that's going to be like a sleeper hit. It's going
Mhm.
to take off like a Sinners or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Yeah, that's one thing you just never know for sure. But
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. In my head, I thought that this summer sounded better, but I
there's a
honestly,
lot of good potential.
there's some good ones
There's
coming
some cool
out,
stuff coming.
but there's also some that I'm like not as excited for anymore that I thought I was.
And this summer feels like consistent. I feel like last year and the year before,
It's
it
more
was
of a
like
break.
nothing
Mhm.
until we hit like July, which is kind of that way here in terms of like the big stuff. But there's
Yeah.
still stuff I'm interested in. It feels like every single week.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have those options. Like, it's nice when,
All different types of movies too.
yeah, because it sucks when like you want to go to the movie, but then there's just like not really anything out that you like really want to see in the movies, you
Yeah.
know? So, and then it always sucks for us, like if we want something that all of us can watch and we don't have any good options. So hopefully we don't have that problem, but because, you know, the kids are about to be out of school and we can, you know, stay up later and
I
stuff.
think it's going to be the summer of movies for Married with Media.
There you go.
We're going to see 50 movies.
The
all
Married with
56
Media
on this list.
household. Yeah, I mean, I got the Cinemark membership again, so
Out of theater reactions, reviews, all the stuff. We're going to be popping this summer.
all right. All right, that's going to do it for episode 11. We thank you for hanging out with us. And like I said, be on the lookout for a thrifting vlog and a Hard Eyes review and possibly a The Monkey review, not Monkey Man.
Sorry about that. My bad.
And yeah, we'll be talking to you guys real soon.
Yep. We will see you guys